Welcome back to the Crochet Karate. It's my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to do the Happy Easter wreath. This is a really neat little wreath that we're going to be doing almost like a lacy look that is going to go over top of a wicker based wreath, but you can just find those wreaths on in a craft store. So the wreath is actually 14 inches in diameter, so this here is going to overlay. Now when I was originally looking at this pattern many years ago, I originally thought that this whole overlay is going to be done as a round circle, and technically it's not. It's only done in rows, and so then when you're done you're just going to wrap it around and it'll form the circle. So I was thinking, is it really that easy to do that? And it turns out it is. So I've done a sample behind the paper here. You're also going to be doing some eggs today. So I'm going to show you how to do one egg, and that's using Lily Sugar and Cream ombre yarn in order to create the look, and then it has ribbons. So I'm going to rely on you to just look at the photo, just hot glue or do anything if you want to mimic the image of it. But today I'm going to show you how to do the lace overlay and how to do one egg, and then you can work on the project on your own. So here's one little egg, and you can just attach it to the wreath using some hot glue. They have ribbons that are wrapped halfway around in the middle section here and then just popping off just for extra ideas. I decided here, instead of using a ribbon within the eyelets that are created here in the pattern itself, I just used Bernat Velvet Plus, and then I just weaved it in. So I just happen to use a pink color. I just don't have the label for it. So I just used that, and that's what you're seeing popping in and out. So if you have this and then you have these kind of coming out like in a different part of the wreath, it actually looks pretty cool. So I'm going to be demonstrating the white with using blue because you can't see white on a white background. So let's continue. So you're going to chain 142 to get yourself started. I don't know what the chain counts are if you're changing your size wreath, so I'll just be very transparent with that because I'm sure somebody will make a comment. So either chain 142 and just start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you are going to improvise and you want to just try something on your own, you can do multiples of 4 plus 2. So 4, 4, 4. When you're happy with it, add 2 more. So either chain 142 or multiples of 4 plus 2 if you're going to improvise. So now that you got your first chain done, you're gonna go second chain from the hook and trace it back. So second chain, so here's the first, and go in the back hump only and just single crochet in each of the chains going all the way back to the other side. Please do that, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. Once you come all the way across your chain, you're gonna turn and we're gonna do row number 2. Row number 2, we're going to chain up 1 and we're going to single crochet in the first stitch. Then you're gonna create those eyelets that you're gonna be able to weave those ribbons through. So you're gonna chain 1, skip the next stitch and single crochet in the next, and you're gonna do that all the way across. So chain 1, skip the next one, single crochet in the next one after that, and I want you to do that all the way across. This is row number 2. So coming all the way to the other side, chain 1, skip this one and go into your very last one, so the stitch counts should be equal. You're gonna turn your work and let's do row number 3. So row number 3, chain 1, you're going to single crochet in each of the single crochet stitches below, and you're also going to single crochet in the chain 1 space. So that will keep those spaces open so you can do your ribbons later. So single crochet in each of the stitches and chain 1 spaces all the way across. This is row number 3. So it came all the way across, so if you pull it apart you can see those spaces. So you're gonna turn your work and let's do row number 4. So row number 4, the very beginning and the end is slightly different from everything else in the middle. So to start, you're going to chain 1 and the first 2 in a row will be single crochet. So 1 and 2, and then you're gonna start your pattern. So chain 1, skip 1 and single crochet the next 3 in a row. So 1, 2, 3, and then do that again. So chain 1, skip 1 and then single crochet the next 3, and you're gonna do that all the way down your chain, or sorry, all the way down your row. So you're gonna go all the way down, you'll chain 1, and you will find when you skip you'll have only 2 left, and you'll do the final 2, and that will be the end of row number 4. So row number 5 is the final round already, or sorry, final row already, and let's begin. So let's do the 5th and final row. I had to change out my yarn. I actually filmed this twice. Realized after I launched it that I had made a mistake in the pattern, and actually thanks to a crocheter for pointing that out. So what we're going to do is final row number 5 is just chain up 1 and you're going to single crochet in the same stitch as the beginning. I'm just gonna go over top of my stragglers if that happens to you. Easy way to fix. Now each of these chain one spaces are each going to have something. So we're going to start with the double crochet first, chain one, and then a double crochet, and then a chain one, and then a double crochet again, and this is where you're gonna apply a picot. So you're gonna chain three. So 1, 2, 3, and slip right here and pull through and through, chain one, and you want to do, see how there's a total of 5 of these double crochets. So just think about it in sets of 5. So there's a double crochet after you've done the chain one, and a double crochet again. Okay, so all of that is in that space, and you're gonna come to the middle one of the single crochets and slip stitch, and then start the next one. So you start with the double crochet, and then chain one, double crochet, chain one, and double crochet, and do a picot. So 1, 2, 3, slip right here, pull through and through, chain one, and then do the other side. So it's a double crochet first, chain one, and double crochet, and then the middle one of the grouping of the 3 single crochet is a slip stitch, and I'll just demonstrate it one more time, and you're just gonna work your way all the way across. So my first take that I did, I didn't realize that there's 5 double crochets. I only did it with 3. Still worked out, but it wasn't accurate to the pattern. And then coming down the other side. So eventually you'll hit the other side of all the way across. So you're gonna do the last space then before the end. You'll do your picot, chain one, double crochet in, chain one, double crochet, and on the very last one here, if you're following the pattern, you're just going to slip stitch into the very last stitch, and that will be it. So now all you just need to do is just with the needle or a tapestry needle is just join the 2 edges together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you back to the original sample that is technically wrong, but it explains that in better detail, and therefore you'll have that. So this section here is forcing it to bend, and that's exactly what you're looking for. So I'll be back with the other sample right now around. So let me just pull my other sample, and because it's gonna be much bigger, of course, I'm just gonna wrap it around like this. And so this end will attach to this end. So let me just back you out even further. And so you will see that it's just joining right here. So what you can do then is that with this eyelets you can put in your ribbons. I'll show you that quickly right now. So let me show you how to do the ribbons. So you could do this with a tapestry needle. I find it's just easier than it is to manually feed it through. So you just do that, and then just going in the project, so it'll be already sewn together, so you'll have the full circle. So just take your tapestry needle and just weave it in and out of there, of those chain one spaces, and I usually do 4 at a time, and I pull slack because you have to go all the way around, right? And so you want to just keep weaving. Almost sound like Dory just keep swimming. And you will notice that the number of eyelets that this last piece will take you to the opposite side, so it will take you to the back, and if it doesn't, just improvise it so that it will come to the back of the project. And so before you secure anything, you want to just kind of tug up on these things, make sure it has enough slack that you would want it to, and then on the back you just want to just drag it through some stitch work here just to kind of lock it. You are using hot glue to glue this down into the wreath itself, so you don't have to be too exact because it'll be stuck anyway to the wreath and you'll never see it. So then you can see you would have your piece like that. Isn't that nice? So I'm gonna show you how to do the egg next. As we begin to do the egg, I'm going to show you a method that we do not use a slip stitch, so that you don't have a slip stitch line on your egg at all. So you're going to start and you're going to just chain 2, so 1 and 2, and second chain from the hook I want you to put in 6 single crochets. Okay, and 6. Pull up a loop and just use a spare piece of yarn and put it up underneath that 6th one, and don't join it with the slip stitch like it says in the pattern, so that you don't have a slip stitch, but if you prefer that, just follow the pattern then. So now I want you to move on to round number 2. So in round number 2, don't chain 1 like it's suggesting, because we're doing something slightly different. So starting in the first one, I need you to just immediately go to the first one. If you're not sure, just count back the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is the first one, and what you need to do is that you need to single crochet that one. Okay, and sorry, I'm a little tight this morning. So we have this, so the first one is 1 single crochet by itself, and the next one has 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2, and so the next one has 1 by itself, and the next one has 2, sorry, I don't know why I'm so not agile this morning. The next one has 1, and the very last one should have 2 in it, and that's because the first one started with 1 on its own, and so that was then round number 2. So just move your stitch marker up so you can see it in the future, and we're gonna go to round number 3 now. In round number 3, just starting in the very next stitch, and we're not chaining 1 because we're improvising, so we're gonna do 1 single crochet in the first one, and then we're gonna do 2 single crochets in the next. So 1 and 2, and then 1 single crochet in the next, and then 2 into the next one after that. So 1 and 2, and then it's 1, and then the next one has 2 in it, 1 and 2, and then 1, and then this one has 2, 1 and 2, and the very last one has 1 on its own. And I want you to move that stitch marker up, and we're gonna progress to round number 4 all the way through 8, which is a total of 5 rounds. And let's get ready to do that next. So rounds 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, there's 5 rounds. They're just 1 single crochet in each. So as you pass the stitch marker, just move it on up. And so if you notice that on the introduction you saw the numbers that were written, handwritten, that was what that was. So please do rounds number 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and it's just 1 single crochet in each, and just write the numbers 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 and just check it off as you pass them. And I'll meet you at the end of row number 8 in just a few moments, and make sure you have your stuffing ready for when we come back in just a moment. Now that I got all the way to the 8, I want to take this and I want to get some stuffing that I have, and I'm just gonna push in. It says to stuff firmly. You can decide what works for you. I think my original egg is not stuffed as much as it could be, but you know, it all depends on what you would like to do as well. You could also put yarn tails and stuff inside if you don't have stuffing. So I'm just gonna stuff it like this for now, and then make a judgment call as I go. We're gonna move on to round number 9. So in round number 9, we're going to single crochet into the first one. Again, we're improvising, and then in the next 2 we're gonna put 2 together. So just going into the next one, pull through, and the next one after that, pull through, and then pull through 2, and that was a 2 together single crochet. So then the next one is 1 by itself, and then the next one is 2 together, and you're gonna do that all the way around. This is round number 9. It's a nice easy project to be able to work through. Okay, we're gonna put the next 2 together, and then you can see where the stitch marker is, so then that is the last stitch of the round. So there's just 1 there, and then you move that stitch marker up, and we're gonna move on to round number 10 in a moment. So we're gonna move up to round number 10. So we're gonna start immediately in the first one, so we'll single crochet, and then we're gonna put the next 2 together. Make sure you feel like the egg is stuffed right, so it's one in the next and the next two together, and then one in the next, and the last two are together. And you can move that stitch marker up one last time before getting rid of it next time, and we're moving on to the final round, number 11. In round number 11 you're gonna start with immediately, and you're gonna put the first two together, and so you'll be doing two together all the way throughout the round. So there's no single crochets that are on their own. It's gonna be a bit of a tight fit, so just take your time. And two together. And then finally the last one and two together, and you can always stop if you feel like you're done. Okay, so this is where the journey will end, and so what I want to do then is that I want to trim that yarn, and I trim it long enough so that I can put that into a tail, and I want to just pull that tail through. I can move the stitch marker out, and you see it's kind of like this. So what we need to do is that we need to put that through a tapestry needle to kind of shape it better. So I want to go down and kind of pull it down a little bit, and I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom, and that will cause it to shape. So it'll pull that edge down, so just keep on going. And then go back up through a slightly different path all the way to the top. Again, keep on shaping, and then one more time down. And then shape, and that's where I'm gonna cut it right there. So when you're ready and you have all your eggs done, it says all the counts of the different types that you would like to do, but you can just ram as many eggs on that you want. You can enjoy and just hot glue them to your project, and you'll notice that 3 eggs are hanging by ribbons in the middle. Again, you can decide what's going to work for you. So this is how you would do the components for the Happy Easter wreath. Please enjoy, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.